Go
and
ahead.
thou shalt call his name Jesus.
Uh-huh.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
He gonna save the people from the sin. So if you can't stop sin, if the Spirit of God can't stop sin from reigning in your body, how he gonna save you from sin then? You know that don't make no sense. But folks ain't teaching that. We come up here and teach the Bible. That's why we talking about belief. You get your Bible out. Get your pen and paper out. Write these scriptures down. Go back and check them out. We ain't trying to hide nothing. Ain't no secret in what we teaching. The Bible talking. It's talking right. What you talking about? Man, I tell you, this thing here. Go there and get me Malachi about 2:17. This what's going on out there. Folks that done messed up things and got the people all messed up. This thing here easy to live.
You have wearied the Lord with your words.
Yeah, wearied the Lord. I'm saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. You done wearied the Lord with your words. Read.
Yet ye say, wherein have we wearied him?
Well, where I mess up at? I'm giving him praise. You ain't living right. You know, praise him on Sunday and whatever day y'all get together. But then the other days you living a heathen life. Yeah, you done wearied the Lord with your words. Read.
When you say, everyone that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Lord.
I meet with some preachers, and they gonna tell me, they giving me an example of some supposed to be saint fumbling up. You know, they fumbling up, and I'm thinking, how they classify them as Christian, and they started talking about how they done fumbled up. That's the thing. They ain't separated. Go ahead, keep reading. They gonna tell you.
And he delighteth in them.
Uh-huh.
Where is the God of judgment?
Where the God of judgment at? God, he take anything and everything. That what you think? Read.
Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord whom ye seek shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant whom ye delight in. Whom ye delight in.
Read.
Behold, he shall come, said the Lord of hosts.
Yes, he gonna come. Go over there, get me, let's see what I want here. Get me First John 4 and about 1. First John 4 and 1.
Beloved, believe not every spirit.
Don't believe every spirit. God, they speaking in tongue and prophesying and not prophesying and falling all out and tearing up stuff in the church. Don't believe every spirit. What you supposed to do?
But try the spirit, whether they are of God.
How you gonna try them if you agreeing with what they doing? Some got to be a difference in what they doing and what you believe. If you believe the Bible, then that's the way to try it. If you got the Spirit of God, that's how you try it. But if you believe you can fumble up and they fumbling up, y'all gonna agree? Y'all spirit gonna agree? What you talking about? You can't try nothing with the same stuff. You know I'm telling you, read.
Because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
It's trying to warn you that many false prophets out there in the world. Read.
Hereby know ye the Spirit of God.
You got to know the Spirit of God. Read.
Every spirit that confesses that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of God.
Read.
And every spirit that confesses not that Jesus Christ is coming in the flesh is not of God.
Read.
And this is that spirit of the Antichrist, whereof you have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world.
It's already, Antichrist already in the world. So you got to be careful of who you follow and how you follow folk. Because a whole lot of folks out here confessing Christ, they confessing real strong and real hard. But they ain't going to live nothing, though. They won't live upright. They won't live the life they're supposed to live. You know I'm telling the truth. Go there and get me 2 Peter about 1 and 10. We're going to come back to that 1 John, Lord permit, because it got a lot of stuff in there.
2 Peter 1 and 10. Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
You want to be sure about who you serve. You don't want to be fumbling around and guessing and going on and following something that ain't of God, that ain't in the book. You want to make your calling and election sure. You want to make sure what you're doing that God ordain that, and God will accept that. What? Who want to work? Who want to work all the time and then don't get paid for it? You know I'm telling the truth. When you put in the work, you want to get paid for it. You know I'm telling the truth. Ain't no sense in following this doctrine out there that God had not. That well, what it does is it won't get you saved, and that's why you end up fumbling up and going on. Go back to that Matthew 5 and 48. Let's explain that before time run out on.
Matthew 5:48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
The Father which is in heaven is perfect. Now, what is the Father? What is God? The Bible talks about God as a spirit. So if it's asking me to be perfect as my Father in heaven is, which is God, so what it's talking about need to be perfect?
Spirit.
My spirit. It ain't talking about the flesh. Because he would have said, be perfect as I am perfect, because he was in the flesh. But he didn't say that. You need to listen to the word. It say, be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. That means God is a spirit, so your spiritual man has to be perfect. Who want to call and tell me you're a Christian, but your spirit man ain't living up right? But you're a Christian, though. You know I'm telling you. Go back over that John, 1 John, about 4. Go down about 5, about 6.
1 John 4 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
We are of God.
Uh-huh.
He that knoweth God hears us.
He'll hear the word if you know God. You say you love him now. Read.
He that is not of God hears not us.
Read.
Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of
Ain't
error.
but two spirits out there. A fella told me, say, well, the flesh sin, but the spirit won't sin. But some had to tell that flesh to do it. I can stand right here, and I see that mic over there. And that mic will be right there. If something don't quicken my spirit, tell me to get that mic, it'll just still be sitting there. So it's a spirit of truth. It said he that is led by the spirit are sons of God. So you're going to be led by one of those spirits. Read your Bible. We don't give you all the scripture. You go get the Bible and read it sometime. Dust it off. One scripture talking about, when it said, Peter we know, Jesus we know, who are you? And then that spirit got into that man, and he ran out there and run butt naked. And all his clothes came out. Yeah. So, that spirit will lead you to do something. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So if that mic's sitting there, my hand won't go over there unless something quicken my spirit and my heart tell my mind, get that mic. They won't see you because it's so low, it ain't even on the camera. So get that mic. Something had to tell me to do that. So yeah, the flesh commit the act, but the spirit had to tell me because it's a spirit of truth and a spirit of error. So one of them gonna conduct. They don't dwell in there together. That's just like saying day and night dwell together. When it start getting dark, light getting out of there. But when it get light, dark gotta get out of there. You cut all these lights off, dark coming in. When you turn them back on, light coming in. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. So it's a spirit of truth and a spirit of error. You're gonna be led by one of them. And that spirit of truth will tell this flesh, that's not your mic, Greg. You ain't got no business getting that mic. So the spirit of truth will tell me that, so my flesh won't go get it. But the spirit of error say he can't see it. That's way below that camera. Go on and get that mic and put it in your coat, because you got a coat over there and just hold your coat. You know the spirit be telling you to do that. You know I am telling the truth. But you got the spirit of God in you. So this fella telling me, he's a preacher, telling me that the flesh of sin, but the spirit won't. I'm like, hold up, bro. You got to know there's two spirits out there. Yeah, that spirit of sin, if you got the spirit of the devil in you, that's what make you do that. You know I'm telling the truth. Read on.
Beloved, let us love one another.
Let us love one another.
For love is of God.
Is of God.
And everyone that loveth is born of God and knoweth God.
Read.
He that loveth not knoweth not God. For God is love.
God is love.
In this was manifested the love of God toward us.
And what else?
Because that God sent his only begotten Son into the world that we might live through him.
Read.
Herein is love, not that we love God, but that he loved us and sent his Son to be propitiation for our sin.
Read.
Beloved, if God so loved us,
what happened?
We ought also to love one another.
So when I'm preaching this gospel, I love you. The gospel is the love. The Bible is love. So when I teach the Bible, I'm teaching God a loving gospel. So don't say, well, he always telling us what we need to do and all that. That's what we supposed to. We supposed to learn what we need to do. I had to learn how to get up here. I didn't know how to get up here at first. Somebody had to tell me how to get here. I didn't get upset. You ain't telling me how to get no Carterville. I figured out myself. What you talking about? I've been running around. I've been ran out of gas somewhere. You know I'm telling the truth. Keep reading. This thing here talking. 12.
No man has seen God at any time.
Ain't no man seen God at any time, but what?
If we love one another, God dwelleth in us.
If God dwells in us, then what?
And his love is perfected in us.
That's what it's talking about when it say being perfect. It's talking about perfect in love. Go, read on.
Hereby know we that we dwell in him and he in us, because he has given us of his spirit.
See, I told the spirit, if you got the spirit of truth, then you're going to love and then you're perfected. Because you're going to love everybody. I told a fella one time, I said, I don't get angry, because the book tells me not to get angry. But I told that fella, I said, but you couldn't even make me angry. Because the fella don't know me like that. So whatever he said, what he talking about, water run out the back of a duck, I don't know. I ain't never had now, but I go along with it. It ain't spiritual. But it just rolled off me, because the Bible tells me I'm supposed to get angry no more. So that's what happened when you get angry, because you won't take the gospel. The gospel telling you one thing, go down there about 20. That same
John 4 and 20. If a man say, I love God, and hate his brother,
what is it?
He's a liar.
Go to about 18. I see perfect in there again.
There's no fear in love.
There's no fear in love.
But perfect love.
See, that's what I'm telling you. Fear. Perfect love. If I love everybody, that's perfect love. If I ain't getting upset with it, you can't get me all upset about it. You're entitled to your opinion. That's perfect love. Love everybody. The Bible tells us to love everybody. But you got some so-called Christians, they don't love everybody. You can tick them out quick as a drop in a hat, so to speak. Read on.
There's no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear. Because fear hath torment.
Read.
He that feareth is not made perfect in love.
You fear, you get all upset. You ain't made perfect in love. Read on.
We love him because he first loved us.
Now you say you love him because he first loved you, but do you love everybody else? You know, read.
If a man say, I love God, and hates his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love God, whom he has not seen?
But they swear they love God, but they mad with their neighbor. You know I'm telling the truth. Because that thing ain't made perfect and it ain't been perfected. You know I'm telling it. This scripture, yeah, there's a scripture talks about that. You know I'm telling the truth. I like this him. You talking about, go there at 1 Peter 1 and start about 16, 17. Start at 17 for like a time.
If you call on the Father, who without respect of person judges according to every man's work, pass the time of your sojourn here in fear.
For what?
For as much as you know that you were not redeemed with corruptible things,
see,
as
you
silver
want,
and gold.
You weren't redeemed and back into corrupt. You already was in corrupt. So when Jesus Christ came, he came to redeem you out of corrupt. But you still want to say you still in it. Sometime. Where'd sometime come from? You either in it or you ain't. Can't straddle the fence. Special man, you know what happened to us when we try to straddle the fence. You know I'm telling the truth. Read on.
From your vain conversation received by tradition from your fathers.
Go over there to Ephesians. Show you why I don't get that. I know. Go there. Ephesians 4 and about 26.
Okay, let me get it.
Yes, sir. Ephesians
4 and 26.
What it say?
Be ye angry and sin not.
Well, see, that's what they quote. And they say what?
Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
You supposed to fix a thing if you got an issue. That don't mean when I'm saying these things, I don't mean that sometimes y'all ain't gonna agree, but y'all ought to be able to agree to disagree and not be upset with each other. Because somebody it said be angry, but sin not. As long as I don't sin, go there go there about 31, that same Ephesians 4 and 31. Let's see, can we still get angry though?
Let all bitterness.
See, that gotta be gone.
And wrath.
That gotta be gone.
And anger.
And what else?
and clamor,
In anger?
and anger,
That got to be gone? Go ahead.
and clamor,
Uh-huh.
and evil speaking,
Evil speaking.